Okay, so once I disbind the Bible, I start to separate it from the glue, and this I'm doing in smaller sections, smaller than what I would be wanting to sew. 6, 7, like for instance this section was 1, 2, 3, 4 pages. I'm not really counting, but I'm just grabbing a fingertip full. And it's easier with less glue on the spine. So once I start getting a 1/4 inch or so of the glue that's starting to show on the edge, I'll go ahead and cut that away from the spine. Okay, just throw that away, and then I'll just continue on. And I'll do this until I get to the bottom last few pages, in which I'll cut the glue away from there, and it'll be ready for sewing. And this doesn't take but maybe 5 minutes total to do. Okay, so this is the Bible now that has been removed from the glue. And this is the spine side that I'm fanning through. So now that it's been completely removed, there's small little individual sections, but they do not have to be sections. They can be loose individual sheets of paper. These aren't sections as we know them as bookbinders, where they're folded signatures. They're just torn sections that I tore away from the edge of the spine. See, I got a little piece of glue there. I want to make sure I get that before I actually sew. So anyways, now this is ready for sewing. I'm going to take it over there. I'm going to let Natalie hook it up, and I'll continue the video from there. Okay, so these are end sheets that we use for the oversewer. They have a lining on the back side that you actually sew through. This gives you your board sheet and your fly leaf, all sewn in. So with this, if you're just going to do white end sheets, you don't have to do anything other than this for your final product. But if we're going to use a map or a material or a cloth end sheet, then you would want to put it on this. Now you don't have to use the end sheets. You could just sew just like this. Your thread's going to show, and at that point you would tip on your end sheets like you would any other book. So we do this if we use cream paper or black paper, anything other than white, because we typically just buy the white end sheets. But like I said, you don't have to do this, and I normally don't do that, especially for old work. If we do sew any old work, restorations, you don't need the end sheets. So it's just an option. I like them for the Bibles because once I have the end sheet on there and it's sewn, all I have to do is paste off the entire cover of the end sheet, and I'll put my folded material or a folded map on the end sheet. That'll act as my board sheet. Okay, so this is one of our oversewers that we use. This is not one of the ones for sale. We're actively using this one. And here you have the needles, and they can sew up to 14 inches. And here's your tray. Open this. Hold on, baby, I'm recording.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna have to set this down real quick.
What are you doing? What are you doing, Dad?
I'm recording, baby.
You're recording?
Yeah, I'm trying to show them how to use this. Sorry, that was my son. Right here, you get that open right now. Right here, you have your shuttles. And then once these punch, they will actually, it's hard to do this in one hand, so once these needles up here punch, that shuttle will go through. Here's all your thread. that line up with your punches. Can't see if you can see the shuttles from here or not. But in the meantime, all your thread is housed below. It goes through cabinet and it just draws it up. You also have your shuttle thread housed on each side with your shuttles. As soon as Natalie's ready, she'll come over here and we'll sew, and I'll get that on video for you. So here we go. I was able to release the tray. This is the table that holds the book. I needed both hands for that. Okay, so here's a better look at your shuttle and your needles. Your other shuttle. And you'll see this all in action in 1 second.